Okay, today is Friday. Uh, it is 8:36 p.m. It's August 1st of 2025. 8 months have just gone in a blink of an eye. Uh, I'm currently funded with the 5K, which essentially is the same as getting funded with $1 million. it really, it really means the same thing. What I've noticed is that even though I've been funded, which means that I have made 8% on phase one, 5% on phase two, it is still difficult to get a payout on funded account. Primarily due to the fact that the setup that I was looking at is behaving, doesn't exist, or it's behaving slightly different than the way that allowed me to get to this point. It could be that the size that I'm trading is too big, so it's causing me to be um, uh, emotional. Okay, when the trade goes against me. The other part is what I've noticed is that for the past week, I have been essentially I have been essentially I haven't slept much. Okay, I felt like I slept a little bit, but it's not. It's like it's like I've been drinking coffee and I've been like staying awake, and I can tell why that's the case. The reason that I know is that I made roughly about three different catastrophic mistakes. So the first mistake that I made was I looked at the candle and it was green or red, and I jumped in. Those were the first and the last mistakes that I made. Okay, so the first mistake that I made was I saw this green candle on EU. Okay, and I jumped in, and of course when I jumped in, uh, it was essentially when I jump in, the platform enters me at a point where it has a stable value, which means that it is at a point where it's stalled. So as soon as I entered and my execution is executed with a substantial size, it'll start to retrace. Okay. Then I lost because I jumped in because I was not trading the way that I am supposed to trade, which is essentially is levels. Okay. My trading strategy requires levels, not candles. Not candles. Okay. Candles are very, very dangerous. That's the first one. And the big mistake that I made today was apparently there's like a PMI on a Friday. So I was minding my own business and I'm looking at it. All of a sudden it's like a Christmas light, like red and green all over the place on my left side of my trading platform. And EU just shoots up. And then I looked at UJ and it just shoots down. And then I saw UC, it just started to just drop. And I saw that and my mind went into a catatonic state. It entered into a subconscious mode where no logic of any reason could cause it. In a sequence of events within several minutes, I found myself in not just one but two, UJ and UC, and I saw that, and my subconscious mind was saying, okay, enter, and long, even though there's this huge red candle, the brain in me is saying, okay, we're gonna trade the reversion trading, okay. And so here I am, I entered, and then it started to keep going down and down. It just doesn't even reverse. The only thing that saved me was in my funded account as well as my second account is that I didn't put big size in it. If I put a big size in it, it would have been over instantly because it just kept going down, down. And when it looked like it couldn't go down anymore, it just kept going down. even the one on EU jumped up, but it started to sag. Okay, so people who thought that they were getting in, it sags. So what happens is that even the ones that are going up, it sags. The ones that are going down, it sags more. So I found that to be quite interesting, and that's the first and the third mistake that I made. Okay, and then the second mistake that I made was when I was trading my strategy. I uh, I added little too big. Okay, I added the size to be a little bit too big. Okay, I added the size to be a little too big, and then when it moved against me at the last moment, at the last moment, when it moved against me at the last moment, okay, right when it was painting this red candle, okay, so right when it was painting this red candle, it caused my emotion to get stirred up, and that emotion that emotion caused me to get stirred up, and that caused me to essentially at that point my emotion got triggered. And then because if I didn't have a big size in it, because I was thinking, okay, so if I size in, scale in, when it moves to a point where I'm thinking it's gonna get there, then I'm gonna make my quota for today. And then it moves again, move against me. Soon as I sold, it painted another red candle and then started to reverse. Okay, so essentially for the whole week, the lack of sleep, uh, without the lack of a concrete understanding of my second setup, and the fact is, even if I am funded, it's not a sure thing. It's So currently, I'm currently in a drawdown at this point, okay, on my funded account. But thank God, okay, thank God that I didn't size big, and so both accounts are still valid, okay. So I have a lot of work to do. It might take another month or two, uh, but what I need to be aware of is this, okay. What I need to be aware of is this. This 5K account is the same as a $1 million account. So even though I'm funded, it's not all peaches and roses. Okay, it's not.